Hello everyone, this is Sensei Gale, and I wanted to thank you all for joining me this week as our first week of instruction has officially begun at California State University of Northridge. What I plan to do throughout the duration of this semester is periodically put up videos on YouTube that help guide you in your martial arts path and becoming yellow belts by the end of the semester. For the first video today, I'm going to go over basically what we did in class and give you a little bit of an extra in-depth look at what to expect throughout the semester via these forms of videos. So you will have the best of both worlds, live instruction through Zoom where we work together, I answer questions as they happen and try my best to break things down as clearly as possible, and the added benefit of these pre-recorded messages, these videos on YouTube that I create where you could look back and do homework, if you will, if you want to accelerate your skill, or if you weren't able to catch something on class or miss something, this will be good for you too. To begin, let's do some jumping jacks to warm up, alright? We're going to do just 10. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And next, some scissor jacks. Here's where the feet go alternating forward and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Keep nice and limber, keep loose, get the blood pumping. Here we're doing some forward circles with our arms, loosening up our shoulders. Several times forward, several times backward. Good. Bring your left arm across your chest, pull in, get a nice stretch, switch, pull in. Good. Left arm up, push back, behind your head. Getting in a good stretch of your triceps, your shoulders, everything involved in punching and blocking. We'll do some waist rotations next, loosening up your hips, counterclockwise, clockwise, switch, get several reps each. Good. You may put your left leg forward and your right leg back, keeping your hips in line with your feet and your shoulders so that your shoulder width apart. You don't want to be too narrow, you don't want to be too wide, just shoulder width apart. Keep your front leg bent, knee bent, back leg straight. So from this position, arms out and rotate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch, bring your back leg up to the front, slide your back leg back, and rotate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From this position, we are in a typical front stance. Bring your back leg, in this case it's my left leg, and swing it up. This is not necessarily a kick. This is just another way how to stretch out, particularly your hamstrings. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight. If you're not that flexible, you don't need to kick that high. And also, you see like right now my toes are pointed out, not up. If you point your toes up, it's a greater flex, it's a greater stretch. It's more difficult to pull off, so work slowly to get that high. 1, 2, 3. Not a kick necessarily, more of a swing up. Stretch. Switch positions. Now my left leg is forward, my right leg is back. Once again, I am in a forward stance, and I kick. 1, 2, 3. From this perspective, the leg just comes straight up. I said kick, but like I said earlier, it's more so of a stretch, a swing up, than a typical kick. To get into a kick, that is what we're going to do next actually. From a neutral position, feet with the outside of the blades of your feet running parallel with each other, knees slightly bent, hands off to your side. I bring up, in this case, my right leg up to the middle, and I bring it down. Up to the middle, and I bring it down. From this perspective, up and down. Up, you want to bring your knee up fast. You You want to keep your knee up higher than your belt. This is the trajectory that your kick is going to be. You don't want to bring your leg up this high and then have to swing up. No, you're going to lose too much speed. You want to bring your knee up quickly and have the position already in the trajectory where you want to kick and then kick. Another point, you want to keep your stationary leg a little bit bent. You want to keep a small distance between your heel and the bottom of your leg, your hamstring. You don't want your foot to chill and dangle like that. You want to keep your ankle bent up. You also want to keep your toes as flexed up as possible because you're hitting with the ball of the foot. That's the point of contact. So it's up, kick. This is more of a whip than a sword, if you want to think of it like that. Up, up, up. From this perspective, from standing neutral, it's up. Now, we can alternate. First, work on just bringing up the knee as quickly as possible. 1, 2, use your hip flexors to pull your leg up. Use your lower abs to pull your leg up. 1. Now we're going to kick. 1. Let's snap out quickly. Pull it back just as fast, if not more quickly, so that you don't have your foot ever just chilling out there. If you miss an opponent with your kick, you don't want to give them the opportunity to grab it, to pull it, to throw you down. You want it to snap out, snap back. We're going to alternate. Ready? If you are mirroring me right now, even though this is my left side, use your right side first, and we will envision that we're doing our right side together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, here! 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Rotate your legs a little bit. Knees together, feet together, just some clockwise motions, some counterclockwise motions. Stretch up, breathe in, exhale out. Good. Next up, punching. Very basic. But before we punch, we have to learn how to perform a proper fist. These are my hands facing you. I'm closing in my pinkies, followed by my ring fingers, my middle fingers, my pointing fingers close. Thumbs wrapping around, and that's a closed fist. When you punch, you don't want any type of flexion or extension, up or down, left or right, in your wrist. You don't want to punch this way against somebody, this way against somebody. Likewise, you also don't want to punch with your thumb underneath or wrapped in any way. No, it's important to keep the pinkies, everything wrapping around one by one and tight. Other point that's important is the surface area. If you punch somebody with this whole surface area, yeah, it sounds nice, but you want to punch with an emphasis of the greatest amount of pounds per square inch as possible, and that is these two knuckles. This zone right here is the hardest part of the knuckles, of the knuckle zone of the fist that you can make. So if you punch with this much execution, this much power generated behind, and you're hitting with this much surface area, it's strong, but it's not as strong as that same amount of power and speed going forward, but being delivered into those two knuckles. Not only is it a power thing, but it's also a safety thing. These two fingers are weaker. These two knuckles are weaker. You hit with the power of the full fist, more likely than not, you're going to damage yourself, and you don't want that to happen in a situation where you are hitting somebody. So envision you're hitting your point of contact with these two knuckles, and make sure that everything is straight in the wrists, etc. Now that you understand how to make the proper fist, a kinesiology term or two is what I'll throw in next. This is supinated position. Supinated position, palms are up. It's like you're holding a bowl of soup. Soup, supinated, okay? Show you from this perspective as well. Pronated, P for punch, right? Pronated. This is the final position of what your punching hand is going to be like. Supinated, pronated. With the punching hand, everybody put your right hand forward, your left hand back. Knees slightly bent, just the shoulders width distance between your 2 feet. Bring your 2 hands up together. You see how I formed a triangle right there? There's a triangle between my chest, is the back part of the triangle, and the 2 arms are the 2 side points of the triangle, coming together to the middle. When I pull back this left hand, that spot right there, that's the middle of your line. Whether you're punching your opponent in the nose, envisioning yourself punching in the mustache, upper lip zone, in the sternum, or in the lower abdomen, right around the belly button, where it's typically a soft part on people, even if you work on your abs a lot. Lower abdominals, belly button and down, generally a softer spot to punch someone at. Sternum, also a good spot. That's where the heart's right behind. So, fists together, everybody pull back their left arm. Slight bend of the knees. Now imagine there's a pole right in front of you with a piece of rope connecting the 2 hands together. As you pull back as powerfully as you can with your right hand, that left hand shoots forward. And again, 1, 2, 3. Ready? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah! Ki, put in energy. Physiologically speaking, it's exertion point of the exercise, much like bench press or push-up. You exhale on the exertion point of the exercise. If you're doing a push-up, you're inhaling, exhaling. You're pushing the air out of you on that exertion point of the exercise. So when you're punching, not to say ki every single time necessarily, although there are also advantages to ki-ing every time, as it does help you regulate and understand how to breathe properly. But ki, for the purpose of physiologically making your punches stronger, making your kicks stronger. Intimidation factor. If somebody happens to attack you in a parking lot, hopefully not, or if you're in a tournament, but let's go with the parking lot example. Somebody comes after you and you block and counter. You might just save yourself. If you block it, they might think, geez, this is more than I wanted to deal with, and they'll back away. It'll also alert attention. That's another benefit to ki-ing. Finally, as we do forms throughout the semester, there are certain points in your form where you do a ki to kind of ignite yourself. Think of it as you're trying to keep the pot, I should say, boiling, the water hot at a boiling mark. You may get tired and the flame may start to get a little bit smaller, a little bit cooler. You may start to fade away in energy, but that ki, developed, designed at a couple of times in your form, and this will all make sense as the semester goes on, kind of sparks you up, gives you that little bit of extra energy to help you last throughout the rest of the form. Let's punch 10 more times. This time my back to you. Left hand forward, right hand above the waist. Put an emphasis on trying to get this right arm back. Middle of the body. Ready. Supinated grip. Good wrist. Left hand. Wrist straight. Arm straight. Front of the body. Middle. And punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Shake it out. Finally, a little bit of a leg cool down stretch. Everybody get wide. Feet a couple of shoulder distances apart. And just chill down here. Drop down. Put your elbows / forearms on the inside of your legs. You may take your left hand. Push it on the inside of that left leg. Good. Switch. Take your right hand. Push it on the inside of that right leg. Now, on your left foot, since the ball of the foot is so important, I want you to try to sit on the ball of the foot. Not flat foot. If you have to, you can. This requires a little flexibility, a little bit of balance. But that left knee is bent. That right foot is extended, leg extended. You may stretch down the middle. You may switch. Now, you're on the right foot, ball of the foot, toes pointed up. You may flex and extend. that left foot. You may bend down in the middle, get an extra good stretch. We bow. Inhale, exhale. Thank you for joining me in this first two classes of week 1, I should say, on Zoom. I hope this video serves you well and helps guide you throughout the semester. I will be doing this pretty often to help give you, like I said in the beginning, the best, most thorough look into martial arts as possible, live, pre-recorded, etc. And I look forward to seeing you all improve on your journey to becoming yellow belts by the end of this CSUN Fall 2020 semester. Thank you. Sensei Paul Gale signing out. See you next time. Bye.